Alright guys, what is up and welcome to what I can only describe as another absolutely epic day. I'm not really quite sure where to start with this video because what's about to happen is ridiculous. I'm still, basically the last few days or the last few weeks have been so busy and flat out that today has approached so quickly that I haven't really had time to even contemplate it. But basically we are on the road now to collect a new car, and you'll find out more about that shortly. But a bit of backstory first. Earlier in 2015, I was really fortunate to be invited out to Bahrain, and I spent quite a lot of time there on track with the Porsche 991 GT3. I'm sure you can see where this is going. And after spending just half an hour with that car, I was absolutely blown away. It is ridiculous. Now, I've never been a huge Porsche fan unless it's been the sort of GT3s, the GT3 RSs. But after driving this 991 GT3, I was sold. It was absolutely mind-blowing. The way this thing sounds when it revs up to 9,000 is insane. The turn-in is amazing. It's just an incredible package, and it makes you feel great when you're driving it. Anyway, so ever since then, I would say for the past sort of 11 months, I've been searching for the right GT3, and 2 weeks ago the right car just so happened to pop up for sale, and what did I do? I went and bought it. Which I'm still in a little bit of shock, because today is the day we're gonna go down and collect that car. It's ridiculous. So we're on the road and we're gonna go and pick up a 991 GT3. See you in a moment. Alright guys, what is up? We have just reached JZM Porsche in Kings Langley. I've just been inside quickly to see the car, and it looks absolutely epic. These guys are so good. Their dealership as well is super clean, super cool, and they have some really tasty cars inside. So yeah, without further ado, let's go check out this car.
Here we go.
Right,
so, firstly, these, obviously, just so you know, 2 flashes locks, and the top button there, 1 flash is going to obviously open the vehicle. We start on the outside bits on the vehicle, just to sort of give you a bit of a guide and stuff. Over here we've got washer fluid. And underneath here we've got obviously a brake fluid reservoir. Now the reality is, you're not really going to need to play around with that yourself. This whole panel actually comes up and things out, and then underneath there you've got the battery. Now, one thing you do need to be aware of, a lot of people put C-Tech chargers on, but obviously because of the nature of the battery with the start-stop technology, you have to make sure if you're going to put a C-Tech or something on there, it's got to be compatible. So that is something you do need to sort of have a look at. Sure. Pops back down. And then obviously underneath here as well, you've also got harness. Now the harness has never actually been fitted to the vehicle. But again, you've got a harness there for the driver's side. And likewise, there's a box in there for the fire extinguisher. So obviously being a club sport, it actually came with a factory half cage, carbon folding bucket seats, driver's harness, and fire extinguisher. Which, just now, I mean, it's your call.
I probably won't. Probably leave it out of there. Probably. I mean, I will be going on track quite a lot, but
well, it's your call. But I mean, obviously, it's
more
part of
isn't it?
Well, that's the problem.
Doesn't it make somebody upset?
Well, on the 917, they used to have it central, but it was more in the way. I think they've learned from that now, and now it actually bolts up to the side of the cylinder. So, yeah, I mean, again, it's an easy fit if you want to pop it in. The only other items I was just going to mention under here very briefly. You have 2 little compartments out. Obviously, you've got your tow eye.
Yep.
which you're going to filter in through the cap. There's obviously a cap front and rear, and then you've got a little toolkit in here.
Just kind of
that's it, and then literally just clip that bit back in and just attach back in. Okay. And then on this side, you have glue. Glue part. So the idea is that so there is no.
Yeah, I've been there before.
Been there.
Well,
I mean, I think
last time I used that, I actually had a hole that was too big to glue, and it's sprayed out the side. But
what you do is fine. If you picked up like a screw in the centre of the tread, fine. If you've ripped a sidewall, forget it. It's like a phone call. So that's pretty much everything under the front.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And then
it's weird looking up like an engine bay, seeing an engine.
That's it. You see if I sway the car with two fans. Idea being, there is no dipstick, it's obviously it's electronic dipstick. So I'll show you how to access that by the onboard computer, and then literally you've just got to top up the coolant. Other than that, everything's serviced from underneath, and there's really don't need to worry about anything. Okay. Great stuff. So obviously corresponding to Windows, we'll also find if you actually pop the key in. Okay. That's going to nominate your mirror, move the glass, obviously over to the passenger side. The other thing you'll also find is if you pop it into reverse and you have the switch nominated on the left, it will actually dip the mirror for you.
Dip it down. Yeah, brilliant.
And pop it back over to that side, it flips back up again. Cool. This is your onboard computer here. And then you've got cruise control on the left, and you've got obviously indicators and main beams. It's probably worthwhile. You just pop your foot on the foot brake. So, switchable sports exhaust, lifting system, PDK, so obviously that's a sports setting, and that's going to remap the gearbox. Cool. What you also find is when that's running, it will also activate the sports. PASM, sports active suspension. Okay, cool. You can actually drive the car in sport mode and then deactivate the suspension. Sometimes with UK roads, the surface isn't brilliant. So it's. I mean, I personally like driving it in sport. I feel it's a bit more responsive. But I like to actually just slacken the shocks off a little bit. Agree. So I think that's a nice compromise. In terms of gearing. Obviously, central rev counter, that's sort of a 911 trait that sort of really followed it all the way through. But you will find here you've got your diagram to basically indicate where you are. So you've got park, reverse, neutral and drive. And then this will actually illuminate and it will tell you you've got your it's really all your gears on here. What you can do is, again, once it's in D, you can pop it across into manual mode and you can then just use this, or you can go up and down on the paddles. Cool.
This is the first drive. This is the first turn of the wheel in my new GT3. What the hell is going on? Christ. This is my first sort of serious Porsche that I've owned, and so it's all quite new. So different to a Ferrari. It's so different. Man, this is mad. It's absolutely ridiculous. I still haven't quite taken on board what's going on here. I'm just casually driving home in a GT3. What the hell? Oh god. Right, so time to get into this thing. Let's just see what it's all about. I mean, obviously the first few miles I'm really just going to be learning this car. It's funny, when I jumped into the Speciale for the first time, it still felt like a car that I just knew because I'd owned a 458, you know, previous to that. This is just a totally brand new thing. It's mad. still sounds like a Porsche, like a proper GT Porsche. I mean, it's the business. And these bucket seats, they're hugging me nice. It just makes me want to get on the track, you know. And looking in my rear view mirror, not only have I got a massive wing, but I've got scaffolding from a roll cage as well. It's just like this race car in this thing, you know. Oh, the steering feels lovely, it's well weighted, and I cannot wait to get to grips with this thing and just understand how great it is. It feels so purposeful, even at this speed. It just feels so in tune with the tarmac, you know. The sat nav on. At the minute, I don't really know even how to turn that thing down or off or anything. So. Porsche man, what on earth? It feels alien to me.
Please leave the round.
Now a Porsche owner. What the hell?
25.
Oh, brakes are good. Oh, the brakes are on it. They're like, God. I'm so excited to explore this thing. Honestly, it just feels like a road-going race car. It's stiff, but it's still well dampened that it's not going to like shake out your teeth. Yeah, cool, very very cool so far. And it has, you know, okay, it doesn't have the old Metzger engine in it, but you can distill that sort of idle chunter that you got from the 997. It's not quite as bad, but. You know, even before I bought this car, I was researching exhausts. I'm gonna have to spend some time with it. Is it gonna need one? I don't know. It sounds epic as it is. I don't know. Let's spend some time with it and see. Visibility's good. Everything's good. Everything is more than good. Everything is absolutely epic. Yeah, very cool. It's going to be interesting driving this back to back with the Speciale. When they launched this car, the only real car they had to compare it to at the time was the Speciale, which is odd because they are in a totally different price bracket. You know, the engine on the Speciale has a lot more power. This is pushing out a conservative 475 brake, whereas the Speciale is 600. Tell you what though, this I reckon 475 is a lie. This feels like it's got some go. I don't know if I need a pipe. I don't know. So far, it's putting a big grin on my face. That's what pipes are grin pipes, you know? Man. Wondering if I should have done the Porsche thing sooner. But I've only been driving 5 minutes. It's great. These seats are comfortable too. They are good. Get over here. Oh, got wing? Yes, got wing. Big ass wing. Times. Honestly, I'm telling you boys, this thing is epic. I haven't even got into it properly yet. It is absolutely epic. This is surreal. Slap me in the face. What is going on? What is happening right now? Do you know, I think I'm more excited about this car than I thought I was, because it's so new. It's so new to me. It's a totally different brand, and it's got a totally different feel about it than anything else that I've been driving lately, you know? It's so on its toes as well. I just want to get this thing on the track. Road trips, Alps, this thing is epic. This steering wheel, I mean, not only is it clad in Alcantara, so it just feels like a purposeful place, it's completely void nothing from something like the F12 or the Speciale, where this thing is smattered in buttons. All of the controls which are on these stalks here are actually on the steering wheel. I'm looking at this and it's just steering wheel. And actually that's quite a refreshing experience, because it just says to you, driving. That's, you know, driver. I like this. That gear shift. Honestly, guys, you know, we've been driving 10 minutes and I'm already like, yes, about this thing. I'm just, so cool. And it looks epic. It looks so good. The colour of the car is in GT silver, and it really sort of helps highlight the high points of the car, exaggerate those low points, all of its scoops and curves, and it just suits this car so well. It's such a great stance. Anyway, be sure to check back in a few days' time for the video on this car, my sort of intro clip on this car, because I think once I've got to grips with it and we can really wring out this engine, it revs to 9. I mean, so far in the video, and it sounded great. I've only taken it to 7. 7! It goes to 9 and it sounded that good already. Yeah, this thing is batshit crazy. Guys, thank you so much for watching this. It's my pleasure to bring you guys along with the experience of collecting these cars. It's certainly not something that happens too often, and yeah, it's just slap yourself in the face moment. So yeah, thanks for watching. Any questions, so by all means, anything you want to know about the GT3, put it in the comments, and by all means, I'm going to try my best to get through them and yeah, add them into upcoming clips. But no, for the time being, I'm just going to indulge myself in driving this car home, getting to grips with it, and just basically whooping and screaming and shouting all the way back. So anyway, guys, thanks very much. See you next time.